Alright. Alright. Alright, we're good. Alrighty then. What the? Get that motherfucker out of here. He comes back again. But here we are. No spectators, and that's alright. Gotta agree to it. And understandable. But here we are. Game 1. OldManStrength. Old man. 3-man. 3-man. Against Spartan Wraith in orange. And we finally get a chance to see both of these teams in action. It's week 6. And looking forward to seeing this one. This is Royalty Series NA Ascendant of the C3-GC1 tier. And like we said, all the way to week 6. One more week as 50. Caleb dropping it down. Timmy can do some damage. One-on-one situation as Cody does challenge. And gonna try and figure out how to turn on this. And drops it down. A nice extra touch, not fully giving away possession, but Timmy almost has another chance. And that's going to be something to look upon. Those chances for Timmy on those 1v1 situations. So far, he's had 2 as Cody comes flying down. And luckily for Caleb, that's not on target. But hit down. March gets a nice touch, keeping it close, and fires one to make things awkward. Timmy is there, and Cody, a nice follow. Doesn't need to have too much power. The continued pressure does prevail, and Spartan Wraith take the first goal in game number 1. But Sinner is up, almost doing some damage. And a nice block from Wild One as March trying to get it to the other side. And some good challenging from OldManStrength, and how's that out? And a weak shot from Wild One, but more pressure. Timmy, and Wild One almost has redemption arc right there. But honestly, great pressure from Old Man. But can't convert. And can they make it into something? That's a rough challenge right in. Cody credited with the goal. And had to wait. And then applies the 50. And they're up by 2. A little bit of security, but it's only half time. Plenty of time left in this one. As Caleb, an awkward touch. But gonna bounce around. March in a tough spot. Needs Cody, who gives it his all. Now Timmy on the defensive, and what a pass. March waiting. And great assist from Cody, who lands on that and then feeds it mid. Has 2 players ready to strike. Spartan Wraith up by 3 now. And OldManStrength a little slow to start. But they've had the pressure and things like that. But can they put it together? And it might be scary once they do. We're seeing them take their shots a little bit off, but certainly capable of applying the pressure. Now Cody, high touch, trying to follow, but Timmy to the midfield, who March is waiting. Good cutoff from Wild One, and he's going to get a second chance. Nice pop. Another touch. Dropping in front, and hits the crossbar.
This is chopped.
And that is rough as again. It's off. And Chaotic says, old men may start slow, but their wisdom may come out. And yeah, we do have to give a shout out to these guys. We've known them for quite some time in Royalty. Big shout out to OldManStrength, as I don't think they've missed the season, but I could be wrong, as Timmy, he hears the glow up and uses it to his power. But under a minute to play and still down by 2. They're trying to get another quick one, as March a little awkward, but able to stay behind it. And to the side, just wide of Wild One. Has to awkwardly turn to stop. But this could be an open net. Is it going to get there in time? Cody, yet again, gets a touch. And now Caleb. That's going midfield. Dangerous. Timmy trying to control. Gets it by 1. That's a good challenge from Caleb. Noticing the situation. Forcing the give up. Take too long on that challenge, and you both get beat. But 4 seconds left. Spartan Wraith can breathe easy even if it goes in. But take game number 1 from a solid start and ride it to a victory. As we go to Forbidden Temple game 2. Are things going to be different? But I don't know if you saw the pressure. Clearly a lot of pressure from OldManStrength. And not as much from Wraith, but Wraith able to capitalize. So once again, that pressure outlook is going to be interesting to watch upon. A good warm-up, Laura says. And that's an open net, kind of, but Wild One instantly has a different tune to game 2. Not hitting the crossbar, not hitting it wide. Hits it between all players and has the pinpoint accuracy. And now gonna be dangerous and centered. Last second save. Timmy hanging high. Awkward touch, but Cody trying to close out. 2 players go up. This could be dangerous for Wraith. Center dropping it down, or so you thought. And can't quite catch up to that one. Timmy bringing it back, but realizes Cody is chasing that one. And Caleb, knowing he's got time, just staying with the ball. Even though you're low on boost, play possession. Smart way to go. And now Timmy in a 1v1. March helped out, but Wild One can make things awkward off the backboard. No one home. But now Spartan Wraith able to regain possession. And Cody messes up a little bit. Has Caleb there to save the day, but more pressure coming out, and that one's behind Timmy, but good fill in, and center strikes through, but into the mid. Caleb with a 50. March just hanging out, and that worked perfectly for Spartan Wraith. Just a series of attacking plays, and sometimes get the 50 to go in your way. But tied 1 apiece. March keeping the pressure. Now Wild One Has Cody waiting in the wings, and March almost snipes that. Great closeout from center, who gets another touch. But Cody wisely keeps it to the corner, and now trying to bring it downfield. And March with that ugly Batmobile that's long. Able to get a touch. And he's up. Tactical fake. Caleb dropping it low. But nothing doing. And we are at halftime. One apiece. Cody is there. And that's a costly miss. But Cody makes OldManStrength pay. And they gain the lead. What do OldManStrength have in store for us? They're definitely not out of this one. And have to tie it up. But Wild One, seeing red, bumps everybody in his path. But all the way downfield, center. Waiting for his opportunity. But Caleb trying to cut the defense. Cody bringing it to the other side. And Wild One can't make contact, but Timmy has a chance. No one home. Caleb just gets back on low boost. And that's one that's on target, but pushed out. And center 50. What a 50. Caleb does it again. And this one results in an open net before him. All he has to do is go forward. And I guess we ought to give credit to March. It might have been March with the 50, but Caleb, the benefactor, and feeling it. But what a save from Timmy. Not letting that one go through. But risky pop as that one's applied. Wild One trying to find the net again. Found it to start. But tough to break through. And you got to ask, what can OldManStrength do? And it seems like a series of mistakes coming out. But also, while the pressure is good, they're not getting solid looks. And how do you correct that? If you're not getting solid looks, you might have to break up that defense. A little more demos, possibly. If you're not getting the right looks. But down by 3. And that one almost bounces in. And as we say it, there's some demos coming out. And Wild One almost puts it through. Timmy off the backboard. And demo coming from Spartan Wraith. And no one's going after that one in an awkward dead zone. But March staying with it. Timmy, close closeout. And Spartan Wraith have a comfortable lead by 3. And Caleb just has to wait and saves it. But game 2, match point, Spartan Wraith, 1 win away from the sweep. But like we said, you definitely can't count out OldManStrength. And they certainly have to take it one game at a time. So game 3, that's where we're headed. Laura says, alright, you got your warm up. Time to put it in action. You got the content. Alright, let's go. So, game 3, Here we go. As Caleb gets it by, but Wild One is there. And Timmy, 50, going the other way. And Cody trying to get it out, but midfield. Dominated by OldManStrength, and Sinner Reborn strikes first. And Wild One, nice touch off the backboard. No one there. That's going to be problems. And high up, Wild One just gets a piece of that. And Sinner almost closes in. Low boost though. But March, what a clear. Sinner has to get back. A little bit awkward. Does get that one. Demo. And what a save from Wild One. Spartan Wraith had it all lined up. They had the demo as well. Looking dangerous. But Wild One comes out of nowhere. But 50, Caleb almost putting a shot on target. And tactical fake. Another one, beautifully executed. But Cody trying to clear it out. Spartan Wraith have faced the pressure, down by 1, and trying to get on the board. Well, that one's in front of net. What a save, though. Off the correction from March. Looks very awkward. Wild One pops it up. Caleb. It's there, but Sinner trying to move it down. Now Timmy on the defensive. Pinch out. And they're fighting over every inch. And Caleb, what a touch. But Timmy, he's there just in time. And that's how it's gone in this one. OldManStrength. They're just in time. Could have been a different story, as there we have another save. As Spartan Wraith just doing everything they can to put shots on target, but can't break through. But big 50, another one. Sinner trying to find the gap. What a save from March. And this is a great game with the saves that we've seen. And still, 1 goal difference. That's how it's gone. That is not easy to score in this one. And March just gets it. They had the time, though, in midfield. Cody able to pause the defense. And March comes swooping in. And that time given, Spartan Wraith had to fight for that goal. They finally get there, and now it is tied. But Wild One, what a play, keeps it going. Trying to feed it mid, but Caleb gets a piece off of that. And drop down. Wild One makes him pay. March couldn't quite get the power. And Sinner starting that up. But we've all been there. You get the touch. You think more power is going to come out. Does not. And OldManStrength, they get their lead back. And in good position as well. And there's another one on target. And they're applying the pressure in the right spots. And 2 players from the other team close to each other. That time it's not going to work in their favor. But Cody, what a play. Spartan, Wraith, they are not out of it yet. And nice read from Cody, who puts some spark back into Spartan Wraith and might have another off a kickoff goal. I don't know who should have took that one. Or would it have mattered? But March cutting the gap. Timmy downfield. Caleb in a tough spot. Does get a touch. And going the other way. Fed out to midfield. Caleb. Popped high. Cody looking for some magic off the crossbar. Denied from Caleb's shot. And March can't get another. And that's going all the way back. More time gonna tick. Sinner lofts one down. And last second chance. Wild one comes through. And OldManStrength, they win a close one. Game 3 still have life in them. Alright, where are we going? Utopia? I think that's where. Alright, game 4 is here. OldManStrength taking it one game at a time. If they win this one, we're going to game 5. But what a drop down. March just finding the gap. Goes to the ceiling. Well executed. What a play from March. But banged out. Cody there for the challenge. And, you know, Spartan Wraith, you expect to see them come out swinging. They dropped one game finally. And now that's an open net. Cody finding the net. A little bit of a breakdown from OldMan. And what a play from Cody. That diagonal flip by 2. But Wild One gets a quick one back. They get it back, and guess what? They're still here to play. Not going down easily. Within 1, tying it up, and we've seen a lot of goals after a game of low scoring. It's tough to score. Now we already have 3 goals. And that one almost is another. And sorry I said anything because the shots keep coming through. Timmy ties it up. But Timmy on the ground. I don't know what's going on. These ground shots are working. And just gets it by. The shorts are working. As they gain the lead in a very hectic back and forth. Now Caleb on the defensive. Can't get another touch. Needs some help. March. He's got an open net. It seems like all positioning, all rotation has broke down. We're seeing goals on the ground. And no defense. Forget about it. I said we played enough. now it's time for offense. But Timmy trying to bring it down. Now center left on defense. That's dropping down to the other side. And Caleb, that's going to be rough to do anything with. Center to midfield. March has it covered. But tied 3-3 as we go to halftime. Timmy, what a 50. And center filling in, trying to cause some havoc. But March wheeling and dealing past the defense. What an angle. Cody seizes on the opportunity, seizes on the awkwardness. Wild one. He's in a tough spot. Couldn't quite get a handle on that one. And Cody swoops in and gives his team the lead. But now an awkward touch from him. But closing in on 2 minutes to go. OldManStrength trying to tie it up in this back and forth battle of game 4. Center 50 to the other side. And that's gonna 50 to the other side. Caleb can't get a touch, but a tactical fake maybe somehow scores? Are you kidding me? How does that work? But a little simple flip, overcommit from OldManStrength. And Caleb takes that one and gives his team a 2-goal lead. Nice security as we ventured down, but we could see a redirect, and what a play. Timmy gets one back, and costly miss from Wraith. As Timmy had nothing, but didn't need anything. Right place, right time, right execution. But Timmy does give that one up. Wild one in a rough spot. Cutting the gap. March wanted to close in quickly, but was not able to get a solid opportunity. However, Cody is there and having himself quite a game. That's 3. As clutching up by 2. And now OldManStrength have a big hill to climb. I don't know how long they could continue this back and forth battle. They are down by 2. I'd say they can't afford any more mistakes. March. Timmy able to get a touch. But Cody there. And good space pressure from Spartan Wraith as causing a double commit. March closing in. Wild one. Great control. 50 into Spartan Wraith's half. And dropping it down, but not going to be able to do much with that one. And giving up as March has it lined up. And definitely want that one back. On the defensive. Had to get a touch. And we're at 1 minute. Get serious if you want. Game 5. But now, you'd say Spartan Wraith take it. And what a battle back and forth. But big shout out to both teams showing up, showing out. playing this royalty match. Of course, thanks everyone from OldManStrength. If you support it or alerts, you are appreciated. Thanks for popping in, Sinner. Always appreciate it. And congrats to Spartan Wraith for taking the victory. If you voted Spartan Wraith, you are correct. And happy to do so. Happy to get to cast both teams. It's about time, right? But finally, we get a chance. And of course, wish both luck in the continued season, although one more week and we'll see what's what. But that is it for this cast. That's it for any cast tonight. So once again, thanks to all the players and all the watchers. Always appreciate the support. And you have a